Oh, happy Monday. All right, cool. We are good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm going to start off going over to this little Clauncher outbreak, and I'm going to try to get myself a shiny out of this group. Just a reminder, I do have a donation goal up on the stream this month. I am traveling to Portland for the Pokemon Regional. I'm going to be competing in the VGC cycle. Yeah, it's just up there. I keep forgetting to mention it at the beginning of the stream. In fact, let me actually just get the link. Hey Carter. I normally stream like 20 minutes earlier. Normally I go live on Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm starting around like 1:20. I mean, the scheduled stream I put like, yeah, it probably doesn't seem late, especially if you're new. But yeah, that's what I was trying to, yeah. Great to have you here though. Let me grab this link real quick. Oops, I meant post it on YouTube. There we go. Hey Ada, you give up on Twitch Mobile. Is it really shoddy lately? Yeah, thank you so much, Carter. I really appreciate the luck. I don't like hunting too much in the water, but this is a version exclusive shiny, so if I get extras of it, there could be some value in trading instead of me having to Masuda or Scarlet version exclusives. Hey Sombra, welcome to stream. Shout out to Sombra Curse, my good friend here on Twitch. Amazing Pokemon content creator. It's 4:20 for you. Perfect timing. Twitch must be very laggy, sorry. Let me give a shout out here to Sombra real quick. But yeah, I really like this shiny Pokemon. It's red. I'm a big fan of the Pokemon that turn red as their shiny. I'm gonna start off with Clauncher. I might try to catch multiples, I'm not sure. I mean, that one outbreak we did for Basculin was kind of a nightmare. It was kind of funny because if you were there, I was hunting that outbreak for about like 2 hours, just looking for Basculin, and then I soft reset for my sandwich so I didn't waste my ingredients, and then when I logged back, like right when I came back in, the shiny was sitting there. It was pretty insane. Like, I didn't even make the sandwich, and it was just like, upon reloading the game. Great to have you here, Sombra. Chimchar, good to see you, buddy. Thanks again for that Indeedee, man. That was really sick that you were hunting those Indeedee. Alright, let's go down here. I hate hunting in the ocean, but to get 100% living dex in this game, we're gonna have to. And we've been kind of lucky with some of them where we got them relatively fast. This one's pretty obvious to tell, so it might not be as bad. It should stick out. Alright, Dashbond, are you going to help out? Some of these Pokemon just are not helpful. Scyther has just overall always been consistent since it flies. Doomdrum. Yeah, Clauncher is definitely a good shiny line. Ploitzer 2 could potentially be like a Trick Room sweeper. So there's always that potential if we get one with like relatively decent IVs. It's kind of spicy, but honestly this cycle for VGC, for example, it's crazy because I've been using Orthworm a lot on my stream. It's like one of the main ladder teams that I was running, and I saw that Orthworm actually made it on stream and like got 4 knockouts. Like there was someone who ran. Like, someone ran an Orthworm on their team and made it to day 2, and I was like, and now I see all these YouTube videos talking about Orthworm, and I'm like, God, no, everyone knows my secret Pokemon. But it's not really a secret. My team is still a secret, like no one's running the exact same team that I'm running, but damn, Orthworm. But you know, the reason why it's so good is because you can actually like, you're immune to Fissure, its ability is pretty much you get healed by ground moves. So it removes one of its weaknesses. It has a move called Shed Tail, which you don't necessarily need to run, but it is like very good utility. It takes half of its HP and turns that into a substitute, which is actually really bulky. You know, imagine giving that to, like, what the person did in the tournament was they passed it off to a Dragonite with Multiscale. And Multiscale is an ability that when Dragonite's at full health, it's pretty much like tankier. Like, it's not weak. It can like resist super effective attacks. Like, it can even take like an ice move at full health, pretty much. But yeah, imagine that behind a sub that has like that much HP invested into it. It's actually insane because in pretty much every attack, you're still at your full HP and you're taking advantage of your ability. It was actually a really smart strategy, to be honest. But like one of the main reasons why it's so good too is because it gets access to Heavy Slam and Body Press and Iron Defense. So you can essentially just set up and like most people are just running like Flutter Mane in all physical attackers. So you can just max out your defense and Body Press most things, and then like if they have Ghost types that can't be hit by Body Press, like the main thing that's being used is Flutter Mane. So you can just go for Heavy Slam and Flutter Mane and it one-shots it pretty much. So it's like one of the, like you could pretty much like wall out every Pokemon in the format that's like very common. Oh yeah, it's a cool Pokemon. It's like very goofy, but like I think it's actually way better in Regulation C, like the current format, than it was in previous. Okay, so we got up to 30 already. We did see the one message. That's awesome, Ada. You just got a shiny Orthworm now? Or you did get one. That's very cool. Yeah, Orthworm's cool. But I've also been looking at other steel types that get access to stuff like Body Press and... Well, I've been just looking at a lot of Spice in general. Like Electros is a kind of interesting Pokemon that I feel like no one's really tried to use. And like, granted, it's not like crazy good or anything, but... It is like a very interesting Pokemon. It has no weaknesses, you know? It's a Levitate electric type. And I find that to be extremely interesting. But I was messing around with even stuff like Toxapeck, Fortress. Fortress is actually very interesting because it can get the ability Overcoat, which makes you immune to powder moves like Spore and Rage Powder. So Amoonguss can't even do anything to you. But you also have access to Body Press and Iron Defense as well. It's actually a very interesting Pokemon. And you can Gyro Ball Flutter Mane like one shot since you're so slow. Congratulations, Chimchar, on getting your shiny Orthworm. But yeah, Electros is a very interesting Pokemon. Alright, so we got the... I'm gonna knock out... I usually knock out a few more after I get that second message. Okay, so we haven't had a random shiny spawn, so we're just gonna knock all these out. But thanks for coming out to the stream today, hope everyone's doing well. I'm planning on later this week on my Twitch, I'm gonna try doing a sponsor stream for a mobile game. I'm not gonna talk about it much here, because I'm gonna pick between two. But one of them I'm actually kind of excited to try playing. The other one I'm interested in, but the other one I'm definitely more excited in. So stay tuned for that. Like, if you definitely want to like help me out, like I'll have like a link code for it. It's pretty much will be free for the viewer, but we'll see. If you're interested, you can always like, it'll be up there. I'm not sure what day I'll do it yet though. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see. All right, let's go up here now and make a sandwich. That's probably enough to knock out. I don't want to knock out too many. Just let me check real quick, see if any red ones spawn in here. But yeah, I've been like, so for Portland I am competing and I have some interesting teams I know that I'm probably gonna run. But I'm also always like trying to explore these more underexplored Pokemon. I'm not really a big fan of using the Ruined Pokemon, I'm not even gonna lie, like. I like Wu Qian, but I like Amoonguss also. So it's like, I would never be in a situation where I ran both of those on my team. Hey Moo Dragon, welcome to the stream. Let me go make a water sandwich real quick. And then we'll go back down and check these Clauncher. me save. I just knocked out 60 of the outbreak. I don't know if I can make it on this ledge. Alright, let me, you know what, I don't know. Maybe like right here I could. Really? That's unfortunate. Here we go, this should be good. Alright, let me make my water sandwich, and then we'll head back to the Clauncher. So my last regional tournament I competed in Charlotte, I went 5-4. I was very close to going 6-3, and I'm definitely prepping way harder for this tournament coming up in early May in Portland. That's what my donation goal is for, to help for travel funds and such. But I'm aiming to go 6-3 or higher. Like, I'm hoping to get CP, maybe even make it to day 2, but we'll see. There's 3 more tournaments I'm entering before the end of the cycle. I plan on doing some locals as well, since they're coming back in May. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I need cucumber here for water. Alright. You're doing this challenge where streamers control your Academy Ace tournament. Can you help me in the challenge? What do you need me to do exactly? Because that sounds pretty interesting. Just let me know what you need and I'll see if I can help. Alright. We got our sandwich made. Let's head back. I'm hoping this one goes fast, but I also welcome the possibility of getting multiples. We haven't had really that much crazy luck like that, getting more than one in one sandwich lately. Hopefully we get that luck back today. Alright, we got our water, sparkling salmon. Let's head back over to the outbreak. Again, this one will be really nice, just because it's obvious when we do find it. I guess I shouldn't even bother getting this. Here we go. Alright, so far I don't see anything. I guess there's the possibility of finding a completely different shiny, just because it's like water. We'll have to pay attention. Alright, I'll just despawn them and come back in. It's probably our best method. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. If you ever need a boost added, let me know, because you always hook me up with boosts, but you never ask for them back. Because I saw you were very low on your Herba Mystica. Should definitely, like, conserve that. Alright, let me, I just usually like to have the camera facing like this in case one spawns in as I'm despawning them. Try to be careful about it. Oh my. That actually caught me off guard. Oh, okay, I mean, honestly, if you just have a Flutter main, or like a Tinkaton, just spam. I say you bring a fairy type Pokemon, spam. I like Tinkaton because you can go between like Breaking Sweep, Gigaton Hammer, and Play Rough. You can just Terra Fairy and pretty much like wreck the entire academy. Or with Flutter Mane, you could probably just spam Moonblast. Maybe. I don't know if every scenario you could do that. Maybe give it like Mystic Fire also. Psyshock. Ooh. Oopsies. I actually want to get the dog too. That's a good one. Maybe I'll hunt. There's so many I forget about that I want until I'm off stream. I would actually like to hunt that Pokemon. as a shiny. Because that's one strategy I wanted to try to experiment with more. And if I build, like, I like building shiny Pokemon for my competitive Pokemon if I catch them. Like, sometimes I'll even hold off building something just until I get the shiny. But the dog would be cool to pair with even, like, Chi-Yu. Because it can just, like, Lava Plume on the field and boosts Dash Bun's defenses. Just post the Pokemon. Maybe if you post the Pokemon and their movesets, then I'll have like a reference, since I can't watch you do it necessarily. I know that's a lot of work, but it's like, that way it's like I could just look at that as my reference the entire time. Play by play. It's intense, yeah. But I mean, we'll make sure. It's like Twitch plays Pokemon, except it's just me playing your game. Yo, what's up before dawn? Good to see you. Hope everything is well. Right now I'm just trying. Wait. Does that look different, or am I like crazy? No, I think it's just a radio Basculin. I mean, Eric. Wait, Barraskewda. What the heck? I can't even remember any of these Pokemon's names. Barraskewda, that's what it's called. I even ran that on my team a good bit of early VGC during this game. I didn't run it in Swift Swim though, I was running with Propeller Tail because Propeller Tail ignores redirection moves. So I could ignore Follow Me and Rage Powder, and I could just like blow up the thing that they were trying to protect. And Barraskewda has it's like a really high attack stat and really high speed stat. It's actually one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. But most people will just run it, I think, with Swift Swim. But it's good on the ladder in that regard, because they can't... Most people would assume it's a Swift Swim user. But, like, Propelled Tail is, like, really good. But it's just such a glass cannon, it's hard to, like, really take advantage of it. It's more like a... Like, you trade it for another Pokemon. Right now I'm hunting Clauncher. I have a little outbreak of Clauncher, and I'm just, despawning them, spawn them back in. We have the 60 knocked out. Got our sandwich going. Alright, so Nihilape. Actually, you could probably just use a Nihilape. Bring a Nihilape in, like, depending on who the first person is, and you could probably just, like, you know, bulk up and then spam Rage Fist until, like, something comes in like normal, then you just throw Drain Punch. Just bring your Nihilape in for the first trainer. Hey Stefan, welcome. Right now I'm in a Clauncher outbreak. And our sandwich is only 7 minutes in. This one will be nice because it'll be pretty clear when we run into it. I'm gonna try to pay attention to all the other random spawns as well, since they're all water type. Hey Shion Max, great to see you, welcome. Sunny Day Shocks. Ooh, very interesting. Take advantage of your ability. Clauncher. Good old Clauncher, version exclusive. Not really sure what I want to hunt after. I am leaning towards the dog, but like the little fairy dog or whatever it's called. Dash Buns. I can't remember what its pre-evolution's called. It's like a pun, and I can't remember it. You're playing the Pokemon Legends Arceus? Yo. That game is a lot of fun, honestly. It's actually pretty difficult like game too. Like, I mean, for Pokemon, like in regards to like how the stories typically play out. I won't spoil anything, but it's definitely a really fun game to play through. I actually want to play more on stream again and try to hunt more alpha Pokemon, because the alpha Pokemon that you catch in Pokemon Legends Arceus, you can actually once there's the home integration, you can transfer them in here and get the jumbo mark on them, which is pretty cool in itself. Oh yeah, Fido, that's what it's called, Fido. That's right. Yo, what's up, PhD? Great to see you. You're trying to get an outbreak of a Mon. I still need... Oh, but you're... Yeah, so are you doing the day skip to get it? I feel you, if that's what you're up to. Yeah, I'm glad you got it too. That's sick to hear, honestly. Like, I might... There's actually a new way to, like, hunt outbreaks in that game. It's actually very complicated. You need to have, like, Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, and you can, like... It's like some way you can figure out, like, the RNG seed you're currently in. It's, like, really confusing. Some sort of, like, RNG abuse, pretty much, without using, like, a compromised switch or, like, any third-party software. You're pretty much just using your... You know what I mean? It's, like, a legitimate way to get a shiny Pokemon. But you can guarantee to get a shiny alpha Pokemon if you go through the whole process. Like, I vaguely watched it. It's, like, really confusing. Like, you have to input the stats of, like, Pokemon in the outbreak into, like, a calculator. But you can only figure out the IVs of the Pokemon if you bring them into Pokemon Home, into, like, a game that actually has IVs that you can see. Because you can't really see them in Pokemon Legends Arceus, like, the same way. It's very confusing, honestly. But maybe I'll look into it and try to do, like, a shiny alpha hunt. It's one of those things where it just seems super complicated, but I imagine once you go through it and get a successful hunt, it'll be easier to kind of, like, do the hunt over and over. Like, do the process, excuse me. You're completing some tasks for some Pokemon because you want to get... Yeah, that makes sense. Bring Annihilate for the first match. Moy Dragon. Yo, so Viper is a pretty good one to get. That's one I want to hunt. I always forget about... That's a cool shiny. It's kind of like neon greenish in a way. Like the outlines of it. Oops. I keep forgetting. That's one I want to hunt. I have Pokemon Violet myself. I mean, it's probably obvious. You're looking at my mount. I probably... Why did I even say that? Bring in Annihilate. I'm saying bring in Annihilate, go for bulk up, turn 1. Take some damage. If it's not a normal type, go for Rage Fist. And just spam Rage Fist. Actually, go for bulk up 2 times. Like, for the first 2 turns, go for bulk up. Rage Fist the entire fight, unless it's a normal Pokemon. Go for Drain Punch, otherwise... Wait, was it Drain Punch you had on it? No, it's Close Combat. Go for Close Combat if it's like a normal type, and then just otherwise go for Rage Fist. I'm telling you, that's like all you gotta do. Alright, cool. It's gonna be the longest way to beat your Pokemon League or whatever. Especially like on YouTube chat. I feel like YouTube chat has like a delay. But you know, that's cool. Adds to the run, you know. Trying to get the world record. The longest run possible. Alright, so we have our Claunchers here. We have not gotten halfway through our sandwich. These are pretty good spawn-ins, at least. Like, I'm getting in at least like 10 or so. And I could just like despawn them. We're not going to really be confused if we're like seeing it or not. This is such a cool shiny as well. Genesect is another red shiny that I just adore. Like, I love bug Pokemon. It's my favorite typing. And Genesect is just like probably up. It's like top tier in my opinion as a shiny. I love the red on Genesect. What's your Nuzlocke challenge? It's Zoroark disguised as Gengar? Yeah, just close combat it then. Or you could just go for a bulk up still, because you could probably take the move. Being a fighting ghost, I think it's just neutral with dark moves, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Pretty sure. You got a Starly? Very cool. Staraptor is one of my... I ran Staraptor on my San Diego regional team. I think Staraptor's actually relatively good as a Pokemon. Like in Series A, which was the very first format of VGC in Scarlet Violet, like it was... I built my Staraptor to be a Choice Band user. I think it was I ran it as Choice Band Jolly Nature with Reckless. And yo, like it would Brave Bird Garchomp in one shot Garchomp. It would one shot Indeedee. It would like a defensively built Indeedee for Trick Room. It would just one shot it. I mean, it was like a 93% chance it could one shot with like Return or Brave Bird. But it was actually insane, yo. Like I ran it a lot on ladder. It was a lot of fun. It says close combat has no effect. What? Then it must be Gengar, right? I guess just go for bulk up and then Rage Fist. What's your death so far in your game, PHG? I kind of want to do a Nuzlocke myself, personally. I started a save file like a couple streams ago on Pokemon Yellow. I was playing my cart directly through my computer with this emulator. But the issue was I wasn't even thinking that this game, its save file is saved on the battery. The battery's been dead in this. So I lost all my progress. Since like when I'm playing it on the emulator, it's actually just playing it straight from my cart. It's not like a it's not like a ROM I'm playing. So I want to get that fixed at some point. Like I might do it myself. It's probably not that hard, but I've never done it, so I'm just nervous. Squawkabilly died to Squawkabilly. It's a tragedy right there. Very nice. Alright, so just stay in with Annihilate and keep on wrecking them with Annihilate. Alright, no luck yet on finding Clauncher. I am trying to pay attention to any of the other Pokemon that are just randomly spawning. Most of them will be kind of obvious if they were shiny. I mean, Quillfish, if I remember, is purple. Shelter's orange. Wingull has like the green bands on it. I actually do not know what Bruxish looks like, but I'm pretty sure it looks different. Like it's like a different color scheme entirely. That would be a pretty cool shot. I found it. Oh, I found it. Yo. Very nice. Alright, so we found one. I'm gonna stay here and try to keep hunting in this outbreak. Go for Rage Fist on Grumpig. You have 310. Yo, you've done a lot. Are those all the like unique shinies that you've caught? I think it makes sense to catch it in a Pokeball. I mean, it's pretty much gonna match its shiny. Yo, first ball. That's awesome. Alright, we got ourselves a Clauncher. Yeah, definitely the regular Pokeball is the good choice here. Alright, let me save. And I'm gonna keep looking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bruxish... That's like a tough one for me to say. It's definitely a different color scheme. Alright, cool. Let's throw this just in our box for now. Alright. I'm gonna keep spawning in and checking. I mean, I would love to get dupe, like a second one. That way I could just evolve it and have the full family. But it's also good for trade fodder. That's awesome, yo. Congratulations, Stefan, on like your collection so far. That's amazing. I want to do a living dex too. I'm gonna be a little more like, my rules mainly were to just have, at least for the starters, one of like, you know, one of the evolutions. But I might go back and Masuda all the forms at some point. I've been starting to reorganize my Pokemon home. I mean, it's a very ambitious thing to do, like a full living dex in home. I don't even think I'll ever complete it, to be honest. But I've been reorganizing the first few boxes of my Pokemon home storage to kind of be a shiny living dex. And I'm starting to see, like, I'm letting it be like any game that I have, whether it be like old shinies I've got from Sword and Shield, or Brilliant Diamond, or Pokemon Go, or Let's Go. Or, you know, past gen. Like, I only have a few from the previous gens, honestly. Like, for DS and such. Like, I really never got many shinies in those gens, unless they were, like, traded to me. I did Masuda Skorupi before in Diamond. Whenever, I think it was Diamond, that they started the Masuda method. Or maybe it was in Gen 5, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Diamond. It's been so long, but I have like a Skorupi, and I have like a Weeping Bells someone traded me before. Like, my friend's girlfriend found it and she didn't really care and she just gave it to me. And then like one of my friends had like a Golem that she caught in one of her games. But yeah, my collection's not like that crazy. I have a lot, but it's still like I barely touch Sun and Moon, for example. Like, most of my shinies I have in that gen are probably like from this game. Yeah, you need 2 for the full family, yeah. Hey Bad, welcome to the stream. So Viper sounds sick. Go for the Rage Fist. But I'm thinking of hunting Viper at some point myself. Like, yeah, egg hunts in this game are brutal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Skorupi was from Diamond. Like, the egg hunt. It's not good odds, though. It's actually kind of bad. I don't remember how many eggs it took. I was pretty young when I did it. It was like when Diamond was, when it first came out on the DS. Like, I pretty much played every Pokemon game since they've come out. Ever since, like, Red and Blue. But whenever Moon came out, I was moving to I moved to California in 2016. For like career reasons, and I just kind of stopped playing Pokemon like a lot around that time. But whenever the Let's Go game came out on the Switch, I got back into it. I mean, I was playing Pokemon Go a bit, I guess, at the time. I've been transferring a lot of my shinies from Go. I've been trying to think like I'm not always good at remembering to transfer shinies from Go to home. But I actually sent my shiny Mew from Go to home. I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like, why not? Like, I wasn't using it in Go, like, even for Go Battle League, I wasn't using it at all. So I was just like, whatever. Luminion, just keep going for Rage Fist, yeah. Yeah, I understand. Scarlet ones are hard. I traded for my Paradox ones. The only one I need still is Sandy Shocks. I already hunted all, like, whenever I did my Paradox hunts, I tried to get dupes so I can trade them off. It's kind of crazy though, because yeah, I thought it would be, I'm not like I usually, I don't know. I'm not like in a rush, I guess. I'm in no rush. Alright, so we already got our first Clauncher shiny from this outbreak. I'm just trying my luck to see if I can get a second one. We'll see though. But yeah, I appreciate people hanging out and tuning into the stream today. I hope everyone's having a great start to their week. I'm not like a huge fan of Outbreak. Like, it's a give or miss. This is what I was trying to say on my last stream. Like, I kind of like outbreaks in this game, but I also don't like them. Like, I've had really long hunts that have gone on for like an hour or more, which I feel like if I just did a different method of hunting, I could have got it faster. But then there's times where you just get them fast and without like much effort. And sometimes you even get multiples. So, you know, I feel like it evens out like as an average. Like the hunting method's pretty solid. Obviously when I have a fast hunt, I'm going to be biased, right? And when I have a slow hunt, I'm going to be also biased towards the negativity. But it's not even really negative, it's just like, it's kind of a boring way to hunt, especially like in certain areas. Like when I was doing Basculin, I think that hunt in particular was kind of brutal because I thought there would be more spawns being a little lake excluded in the desert, but it actually ended up being like, I'd only get like 3 to 5 spawns if I was lucky. Each time I like despawned and respawned. Yeah, like this is not as bad as some of the areas for water. This is actually kind of peaceful. Like it seems like for the most part, I haven't really had much interference from outside species. But yeah, there's certain areas where it gets really tedious and it's not really that fun to hunt in water. I'm actually kind of surprised how good this little area is right now. Like, look how many, like, Clauncher we're seeing, and it's like, I'm easily despawning them and just coming back. And they're just spawning in really fast, too, so it's like, I don't know, it's kind of solid. Maybe this little spot changes my way a little bit. Or it changes my mind, excuse me. Hey, thanks. Welcome to the stream. We're in a Clauncher outbreak. We've caught one, but I would like to catch at least 2, maybe more. And I could even trade for like a version exclusive. Since I personally don't own Scarlet, so I would have to Masuda like a version exclusive, or I don't know, do the Union Circle hunt, which I think is just not good. I don't think it's a good method of hunting shinies in this game, unfortunately. I wish it was better. I mean, it's fun to raid and such in the Union Circles. Maybe if you have like no expectations, it's a jolly old good time. But yeah, it's kind of brutal. I tried to do a stream where I brought everyone to an outbreak and we were gonna just like all hunt, and it just crashed my game. Like all the Pokemon in the wild weren't even like moving. Like they were moving, but they weren't like animated. They were just like gliding and like glitched out. It was very strange. You got the Tauros, Veluza, Zora, and Tandemaus line. Very nice. Yeah, I hunted a Mousehold for my Charlotte team. That was such an annoying hunt to do, that's for sure. I mean, I was happy to get it, but I don't know. Like, I built like a friend guard support Mousehold for my VGC team. It's one of those things where I went through like the extra loops or the extra time to kind of like hunt the shiny when it was like so unnecessary to have a shiny one. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a subtle flex, but the minute it's in battle, you like forget it's even a shiny. Like for real, like so many times I like forget it's even a shiny. Anyways. Those hunts are brutal in this game. Yeah, definitely. What's your team and your Nuzlocke? I know you said Squawkabilly went down. Who's your starter? Who is the best starter to Nuzlocke? Is there even really a best starter to Nuzlocke in Scarlet Violet? Because I imagine the Nuzlocke, since it's like how would it even work? Like, what are the rules for a Scarlet Violet Nuzlocke? Is it just based on area? Like each area you get one catch? But then it's like, couldn't you just pick your Pokemon that you caught? How does it work? You still need the Ditto and Igglybuff, and also the whole Sunkern and Patilli line. Patilli should be a fun one to hunt, though. Ditto could probably be a pain. So for every shiny, except for Iron Valiant, you got was on accident. That's a good feeling to have. Getting accidental shinies is probably one of the best ways to get a shiny. That's like the full odds effect. Which arguably is probably the most valuable shiny. Full odds. Especially if you don't have a shiny charm. But I mean, even getting a full odds shiny charm. I mean, I don't know if that's considered full odds. Full odds with a shiny charm. You understand what I'm saying. Sprigatito, Scatterbug, Rolled Sunkern. Nice. Pavilion should be a fun one to use. Some sleep powder spam. You would encounter mons with your eyes closed, but I didn't do a standard Nuzlocke on this game. That's pretty interesting. I've somehow gotten so many accidental shinies in Area 0, I'm starting to think the odds are higher there. I mean, there's a lot of spawn-ins, to be honest. Like, you can kind of travel ground quickly in that area. I feel like it's just the frequency of how you can get spawns. Because even when I've hunted, when I was, like, I still need to resume my Pavilion hunt, actually, now that I think about it. I've only gotten 10 of the patterns as shiny. But when I was doing those hunts, I got so many Palmot and Combi shiny. I mean, I guess excuse me, not Combi. Combi you can get, I did get Combi there, but you can get that with the boost from the Bug Sandwich. It's actually, I meant to say the Palmot and the Hoppit. I got so many random shinies just from despawning the groups running up and down that like little mountain that's like the northern part of the map or whatever. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like one time on stream I actually found a, was it Hoppit or Palmot? It was one of those where I found a full odds one. I caught it and then like literally like a minute later, not even like I ran up and ran back down, another one spawned in that was shiny. And they were full odds shinies, like they weren't being boosted by the sandwich. But it's because like they spawn in packs typically. So I just feel like things that spawn in packs, which I think happens very frequently in Area 0, I think they just have higher shiny odds, just because you're like, if you're thinking of it like, each, like you're getting 5 spawns, and each of those have like a 1 in 600 something odds of being a shiny, that's like, kind of like a different like probability technically. Like I don't know what the exact math is, but think of it as like 5 in 600 and something, and then you like simplify it or whatever. You have better odds for sure. You're finding shiny that you caught with shiny Fletchling. I didn't notice it. I just got into a trainer battle and he ran straight past you. Oh my gosh, that's great. Fletchling is one I don't have yet in this game, but I do want. You did a challenge where you would get the first 6 Terramons, and then after every challenge I would roll a dice to see if they live or die, and then refill the teams with the first new Terramons until I have 6 again. That seems cool. Like, that's cool you did these like self-imposed rules and trying to like change the difficulty level of the game for yourself. That's very unique. Alright, so we're checking these Clauncher. I was gonna say there's actually a clip on my daily Sassifrass channel where I got a shiny Bramblin. You may have seen it. It's one of the shorts. It's like actually a couple shorts ago, but I was just like randomly I was like hatching eggs for Rowlet, but the sandwich, like, but I had the level 3 egg boost that I got from a viewer from my stream, and the other boost was like just like a sparkling power for grass. It was like a very slight chance. It didn't increase the odds of shiny. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't increase the spawns in the area, but all the grass Pokemon that did spawn in had a higher chance to be shiny. And I was just singing a random song like Bramblin' Man, he's a Bramblin', and I just randomly am gliding around. I couldn't even see the Pokemon I ran into, and it was a shiny Bramblin', and I was just like so shocked. Like, cause I didn't even see like what I ran into initially, and then when it loaded the animation, it was a shiny. I was like, oh my gosh, what are the chances? It's somewhere on my channel. Maybe I could link it. I could find it. I mean, I guess I could just bring it up and show you too. You save the video, it just you're just happy. Yeah, that's cool. See, that's the cool thing about the Switch is that you can like hold in the picture. I don't know if everyone knows this, but if you hold in the screenshot button, you can actually save the previous 30 seconds of your game as footage. and you can save that to your phone, or send it to your phone and such if you wanted to, or post it to Twitter. It's very cool. Hey, Pokemon Stop, welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, I understand, like, you could just, like, the game itself is not that hard, for sure. Oh, another one! Yes. Yo. That's our second one. Yes. Burger's evolving, yes. That's awesome. Alright, we're gonna catch this one. Maybe we'll catch this one in a repeat ball. Just to switch up the Pokeball, but it's still red. Mainly red. Yeah, I'll do it in a repeat ball. For a second. Alright, let's catch it. Nice. Yeah, it's such a cool shiny for sure. I hope I get a mark on this one. I didn't get a mark on the first one. But it'd be cool to get one. Yeah, the Clauncher one just looks great. Alright. No mark. It's okay. We'll put this in our box. Alright, let me save real quick. How much time do we even have left on this sandwich? Yeah, I think it's a cool line. Whoa, wait. I didn't even have a sandwich going. But it's like, did I have the sandwich going when I found that one? Wait, how long have I been? You know what? I don't know. I could have just got the tail end of the sandwich and found it, or maybe I just found that by just spawning it in, which is also extremely possible. I mean, I wasn't even sure. Like, honestly, there's a point in the stream where I do check the sandwich. I could probably see how much time was left there, and then I can like figure out later, like if I found that without the sandwich or not. But that's still kind of cool though that I found it. It's hard to really tell, honestly. All right, so we caught 2 there. That's kind of the goal. That was the goal. I'm thinking I'm not going to do another outbreak unless there's one that really speaks to me. I mean, there's a Golduck one. That doesn't really speak to me that much. Maybe I'll just do a force spawn. I'm trying to think like what I want to hunt though. We did mention a couple. So Viper's one that I'm not sure. I mean, Tropius could be cool. There's like so many that I haven't got yet. That Fletchling is one that I haven't got yet that could be kind of cool, but that one's kind of annoying to look at. You got Happini? Very nice. Trying to think which one I wanted to hunt. The dog, Fido maybe? What else would be a good one to hunt? I'll keep spawning on things while I'm thinking. You know what? Tymo would be kind of cool. But I feel like that one, maybe I should try to get an outbreak. Maybe I should just do like an electric sand. Maybe I shouldn't target a Pokemon particularly, but maybe I should just... Maybe I should make like an electric sandwich and just run along the ocean and see if I get like a... Either like a Tymo shiny or... Even like a... What is it called? The like porcupine thing. Why can't I remember what it's called right now? Pincurchin. Something like that could be cool. Yeah, I don't need to keep checking this. Maybe I'll do that. I'm trying to remember electric. What is the electric sandwich? Let me save. The only problem is, like, I don't necessarily want a Kilowattrel or Wattrel, but, you know. I guess it wouldn't really matter that much. Alright, maybe I can't do it here. Oops. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I don't want those. So, maybe... It's probably better to get an outbreak for Tymo. Maybe I should day skip and just see what my outbreaks are. Like, I'd be down to, like, do that. I mean, we had pretty good success in that outbreak. I mean, I got 2 shinies in a half hour. And I was saying earlier how that hasn't happened in a while for us. You know what? I'm just gonna say... Let's go up here. Because I know Pincurchin, I see it pretty frequently on but also the Killer Watchel and Watchel spawn pretty much on every beach, don't they? Go for a Rage Fist. Just keep going for Rage Fist. Boy. I don't know. I could hunt Fido. You know what? Actually, let's go do a bug sandwich. In Tag Tree. Is it Tag Tree Thicket? Is this the one where... I can't remember which one of these. Maybe this is the one where Scyther spawns. Fury Falls. I think, actually. Maybe I'll just do a bug sandwich in here. Like, I'm not, like... I ideally would like to get a Scyther shiny, but... I'm actually not upset about getting a Heracross or something else. Like, even a Kricketune or... Is this the right area for Scyther? Well, let me make sure. Okay, there it is, yeah. I think any bug Pokemon I got here I'd be cool with, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So maybe I'll just do a bug sandwich and just run around this area for a bit and see what happens. I'm trying to remember what the bug combo is. Oops. Heracross. I think, like, Heracross definitely I'd be happy about getting. I'm just gonna try them all. We'll just, like, run around and see what happens. Like, I'll even take a Kricketune or a Kricketat, to be honest. Alright, so let me look real quick. Let me make sure what the bug sandwich is. I do not even remember off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Have I even done a bug sandwich? I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, wait, I want to hunt Fortress. Yo, actually... I think I want to hunt Pineco Fortress. Speaking of bug Pokemon. Because I've been experimenting with Fortress on Showdown for VGC. You know what? Maybe I'll just do them all. Maybe I'll just start off here. And then I'll, like, work my way over... I don't know, I kind of want to do Fortress first. I'm not lying, like, it's such a cool shiny, too. I'm leaning towards it. Let me grab this sandwich list real quick. Alright, bug is... potato salad. Oh yeah, that's right, it's potato salad. I remember now. If you're correct, 1 tomato, green pepper, burger, onion, 2 cherry tomato, plus 2 herba. I'm just gonna... I think I'm just gonna do the simple one. Or actually, I could just do potato salad with... Here, this is how I'm gonna do it. You do 1 of each of the peppers, prosciutto, plus 2 potato salad. And then you can use any combo of herba. Should work. Right. Hopefully we get something out of this hunt. I never thought this is something I'd be doing in a Pokemon game as much as it... Whenever they announced this feature, I was like, I'll probably never use it. Little did I know it became almost like a vital part of the game. I'm pretty sure this is the right way to make this sandwich. Hopefully. A little too much coffee in this cup, it's like overflowing. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm pretty sure this is correct, but... yeah. Yeah, I'll just run around here for a little bit, but I might switch it to Fortress mid-hunt here. I really want a Fortress shiny. I don't think it's like crazy good or anything, but with how common, like Fluttermane I think is at like 80% usage in tournaments. Like, it's like insane. Like, I even have a Fluttermane on my one team, but I recently even took Fluttermane off my one team and put Mimikyu, because I feel like it's just like, Mimikyu is kind of like a sleeper pick. Like that shiny I caught in my last stream, I actually built it for competitive. Adamant nature, max attack, enough HP to take advantage of Life Orb, and then I think I put the rest in defense. Mimikyu is definitely like really good with priority Shadow Sneak. Plus you could just like Terra Fairy, play rough. You have Pavilion now? Yo, congrats. Pavilion's a goat. Yo, I love Pavilion. Hey Vasella, welcome to stream. The snake doesn't want to shine? Yo, good luck. I hope you get your shiny Seviper. Thanks for reminding me that I want a shiny Seviper in this game too. Yeah, this area is very laggy. Scyther would be a sick one to find. But pretty much all the bugs here I'd be totally cool with getting a shiny of. Low kicks I technically already have a shiny of, I caught already, but it's whatever if I got a second one. I might as well collect these along the way. I'm hoping that I don't have to soft reset. Like any like bamboo stuff on the ground, I could just sell for money. Okay. Right now we have a bug sandwich going and I'm just doing whatever, like I'm just pretty much whatever spawns in I'm cool with. But there's a lot of nice bugs that spawn in this area. Scyther especially being one that I would love to get a shiny of. Scizor looks amazing in this game. Which again, another competitive Pokemon that's relatively good right now in Regulation C. That if I got a shiny of, I would definitely build it for competitive. I almost feel like I've held off on building a competitive Scizor for this very reason. But, you know, who knows? It's pretty good. Yeah, this area definitely very laggy. The one forest is way worse, though. Where Passimian spawns. Is it Tag Team Thicket, whatever it's called? That place is really laggy. I was very fortunate when I did that hunt that I got it pretty fast. Yeah, towers could maybe count as a new area, technically. Since they're like a place on the map. I'm not really sure. But I feel like you could justify that being a new area for your Nuzlocke. I don't know, does anyone have any like opinion on that? Scyther, excuse me. Just look for the red. At least the music's nice in this area. It's peaceful. This is where I got my Bisharp shiny originally that evolved into King Gambit. This area is pretty good for that hunt. It does spawn in this area? I don't know why. It's like the lighting. I'm pretty sure it's not a shiny, but it almost looked like the lighting on it was different. Right. Yeah, most of these will be pretty obvious when they are shiny. Scyther, we gotta just pay attention a little bit to the like body parts, like between the scythe and such, it turns red. Kind of like the connectors, I guess, of his exoskeleton. Yeah, I guess Gimme Goal could kind of count. Like, maybe you get one Gimme Goal in your entire playthrough. I don't know, it depends, like, how people go about their Nuzlocke. I think some people count those as, like, eligible Pokemon on your team. Some people don't. Like, gift Pokemon. I guess that would be... I guess, like, static encounters and gift Pokemon are like maybe not exactly the same in the rules, but similar idea. It's like a Pokemon you don't actually have to like catch in a Pokeball yourself. Oh, I guess that one static encounter you do. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm investing myself so much into your Nuzlocke that you're just doing for fun. We must play by the rules. Yeah, they're actually, I think the way it works for Pokemon Legends Arceus, I'm trying to remember how it works. It only works for like static encounters, I think. I'm trying to think how. I'm trying to remember Pokemon Legends Arceus how I'd hunt. Static encounters is a way to like soft reset for like that. I think you have to save at the camp before you encounter it, and I think if you keep resetting, you can soft reset for it. If I'm not mistaken, or maybe you have to day skip. I can't even remember honestly. It's been so long. There are ways to RNG manipulate like mass outbreaks for shinies. For example, like there's some outbreaks that you like. Have you ever noticed like there's an outbreak whenever you knock out the first wave, there'll be a second wave that comes in, and it'll even announce it on the screen like there's a new wave that appeared. For outbreaks like that, the way you can actually save, like before you even encounter the outbreak, if you save before it shows up on the screen and then you like knock it out and you find out, okay, this one has 2 waves or whatever, you can actually have like a spreadsheet and keep track of how you interact with the waves. It's really confusing, I guess, but pretty much like depending on how you catch and knock out Pokemon in an outbreak, it creates different unique spawns that come into that outbreak. And you can kind of change the pattern of how you catch and knock out Pokemon. So if you knock out a Pokemon and catch it, it counts as the same kind of like mechanic. But what it means by knock out 2, you actually have to like engage 2 of the Pokemon in the outbreak in battle at the same time, and then knock them out in the same battle before the battle ends. Like you can't knock one out and then knock out another one, or that will count as just like catching 2 or knocking out 1. It's really confusing. Like if you knock out 2, catch 1, knock out 3, catch 2. Like if you do different patterns, essentially you can create different unique spawns. And in theory, if you do the right combination of these things in the first outbreak, you can actually trigger a shiny Pokemon to spawn. Because like that's just how like the RNG seed works for the game. Right now I'm just like looking for some random bug Pokemon in this area. But yeah, I think you have to go back to the village for it. Yeah, Austin John has a pretty good video explaining it, actually. That's actually a good resource. And I was saying that there's actually a new technique that came out recently. Oh, excuse me. Like that's one way to do it. I only got 1 shiny alpha in this game, and I used it. I used that method to figure out the shiny. Like you have to first find the outbreak you want to hunt, which in itself could take a while. Like I was originally hunting the static alpha Heracross, and then I learned about this like RNG manipulation kind of technique. It's pretty much like RNG abuse of the game. It's like figuring out how the game like, you know, generates Pokemon, and we're still like just gambling and doing Russian roulette with it, but you can over time like figure out like, you know, a shiny combo. I mean, I assume it's like almost guaranteed. Anyways, I'm confused myself right now, but yeah, Austin John Plays has a great video explaining this. But there is a more recent technique where you can actually, without doing all of that I just explained, you can actually calculate the IVs of the first few Pokemon, and there's like a website that you can like input the IV. It's like using an encyclopedia essentially, and you can figure out the RNG seed. It's very confusing, honestly, like by me explaining it especially. Shiny Alpha in Gen 9. So there are technically Alpha Pokemon in this game, but we're talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like, alpha Pokemon are technically just the biggest size of Pokemon. I wonder if you sent a Pokemon that's able to... Like, if I caught a max size Scyther in this game and I sent it to Arceus, would it be an alpha Pokemon? That's actually very interesting. I don't know if it would be able to retroactively turn into an alpha, but it would technically be the same size as an alpha Pokemon. I don't think it's cheating at all. Cheating, the way I look at it, I mean, if you think that's cheating, then soft resetting is cheating. Like, if you soft reset for a legendary, then that you're cheating based on that logic. Because that's all you're really doing is soft resetting. But you're just keeping track of what you're doing, like on a Excel sheet or something. Like, if you've ever soft reset for a shiny static, you're cheating based on that logic. Like, if you're not just going into a game and you're not... Like, if you try to soft reset for a starter shiny, then you're cheating based on that logic. Because you're not playing the game how it's intended to be played. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it, personally. Like, RNG manipulation, there's definitely layers to it. Like, if you're using, like, a... Like, I think it's fair to say, like, if everyone has their own opinion on it, and... I actually will respect if you feel like it's cheating, personally. Like, I think that's, like, a fair... If that's how you feel about it, then I have to respect that. I mean, I'm not going to change someone's opinion particularly. But, yeah, there's definitely, like, in my opinion, where I draw the line in the sand is using custom firmware in any third-party software that, like, manipulates my save file data. Like, anything that manipulates my save file data, or anything that... Like, if I have to hack my Switch or my 3DS to do the thing, then yes, I actually consider that definitely cheating. Like, or even, like, trading with a hack Switch, like how people trade for, like, Sysbots. Like, they trade with Sysbots to get, like, shinies or gen Pokemon or whatever. Like, I consider that cheating. But... it doesn't actually affect my gameplay personally. I don't want any of that stuff in my collection. But if people are watching my stream who have, like, hacked shinies, or they have modded Switches, or, you know, they bring, like, hacked Pokemon that clearly have, like, websites as their name to our raids that I'm hosting, I don't actually care, personally. But I think everyone has, like, the line in the sand what they're gonna consider for their own personal collection. And I think that's very admirable, you know, like, some people, they only want full odd shinies. Some people, they only want to catch the shinies exclusive to that specific game. Some people don't even consider Pokemon Go shinies as real shiny Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, so many people will kind of look at shiny legitimacy different, depending on who they are. But in regards to RNG manipulation, I personally look at it as a legitimate way to get shiny Pokemon and play the game. Let's see. Well, let me make the chat box a little bit bigger so I can keep track. 1 second. So far, no luck in this area with the bugs. We'll see what ends up happening, though. But you're not manipulating the Mons, like... You are, but you are manipulating the Mons, like you make it seem like by doing RNG manipulation that you're, like, controlling the shiny that when it appears. Like, you're not. Like, you can, like, in the regards to, especially the one that we're talking about, the Alpha Outbreak, you don't know when the thing is happening. It's not like you go there and you're like, I can do this in 5 minutes and I guarantee get what I need. Like, it's gonna take a lot of time and effort to hunt the shinies still, and you're not gonna do it successfully the first time, more than likely. Like, the thing about it is, if you want to consider it cheating, why wouldn't they just cheat then? And, like, PK hex something which takes, like, less than a minute. Why would someone go through all the trouble of trying to understand how the game functions and actually do a, like, whole thing? That's, like, my whole argument about it, is, like, it can't possibly be cheating if it actually takes effort and you can't successfully just do it. Like, it still takes time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like intimidating actually a lot of times to even like the first time you look at these things, it's like mind-blowing, I feel like. And it's existed in pretty much every game. Like, people use RNG manipulation to glitch in Mew without a Game Shark, which, you know, it's Gen 1. No one's gonna care that much about people playing Gen 1 like that, right? But I personally feel like if a game is still being played 20 years later, then that's a good thing for the developers. Like, I don't even think Gamefreak, I'm pretty sure Gamefreak does not view RNG manipulation as cheating. Like, it'd be one thing if like even RNG manipulation through like other means, like the blink method in like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, like that's still like a whole method you have to learn and practice it, and you're not going to do it right every time. I got 2 shiny Claunchers, Carter, by the way. 2 shiny Claunchers, and right now I'm just trying my luck on bugs in this little area. But I mean, like, honestly, like, I just kind of look at it like, that's my own personal opinion, like, and I think a lot of people do agree, but I definitely understand how some people can view RNG manipulation as cheating. I just don't agree with that, like, sentiment. Like, if someone has a custom firmware and they can literally look at the exact frame a shiny is and do it that way, yeah, that's cheating. Like, that's like, you're not even, that's like no brainer. Like, you're not even doing anything. You know, like, you're just like mindlessly waiting. Like, it's not like mindlessly waiting, but you can just like easily like find the thing you're looking for. But everything else is just like so still chance and like timing. It's actually really fun, honestly, if you've never done an RNG manipulation hunt. But yeah, I think like in Legends Arceus especially, it's like, it's hard to like argue that that's cheating in that regard. Since you're kind of just like soft resetting and changing your pattern of how you're knocking out things. And you have no guarantee that the result is going to be there. It's more just like probability and how many possibilities there are that it's more than likely there's a shiny waiting for you if you do the right combination. I don't think it loses its value at all. As someone who's gotten RNG, as someone who's hunted Masuda method full odds, who's done full odds hunts, who has done RNG hunts, I don't agree personally. Like, I actually value my RNG manipulated hunts just as much. But as someone who also has, as a kid, like, action replayed shinies into my game, like, those shinies don't mean anything to me, that's for sure. Like, I've like straight up transferred all those shinies from my collection from that era. Like, from my DS, like, time. Like, I could tell you for a fact that those shinies meant nothing. But, like, when I RNG manipulated for shiny Arceus in Brilliant Diamond, that still means a lot to me, personally. Like, it took me hours to do the hunt correctly. And I got my shiny Arceus until it come 100% legitimate shiny Arceus. So, I mean, I could have sat there for months on end and soft reset for a shiny Arceus, but I just counted 40 blinks and I got my shiny. And it still took hours, but that's just how I look at it personally, as someone who's done the hunts. Like, I've literally hatched over 1,500 eggs, or yeah, 1,500 eggs to get like a shiny Froakie. So it's like I'm willing to put in the hunt, put in the hours, but like, let's just be real. Like, whenever there's an option to legitimately hunt a shiny, why would I, like, in regards to Arceus, I was saving my flute to shiny hunt it regardless. Like, I was gonna do the full odds shiny hunt, soft resets, but then when it's like, as a person who, you know, I'm an adult, like, I can't be sitting here spending months hunting an Arceus unless like I really want to. Like, I'm soft resetting in Crystal right now on the virtual console for a Cyndaquil, which that could take like over a year for me to get that shiny. But I'm doing it because I want to do that hunt. Like, I actually want to do the hunt because of how difficult the hunt actually is. But like, in regards to like my Arceus, I was like, I still had so much fun doing the RNG manipulation for it, and it saved me like so much time Like, I just, like, feel like it's the smarter way to hunt, personally. Because, I mean, you have to think of it this way, too. Like, it's 100% a legitimate Pokemon that I caught. It wasn't generated by any third-party software. I didn't use any firmware to glitch in or hack the Pokemon. Here's a shiny right here. But, it also is just, like... Everyone cheats, dude. Like, so many people cheat in this game. Like, some of the top competitors in this game are cheaters. And it's like, as someone who is, someone who, like, breeds all my VGC Pokemon and trains them, like, I could be outraged by this reality. But it's like, I don't even, like, I honestly don't even care. Like, people who, like, I do care a little bit. Like, I judge the crap out of people that, like, are, you know, like, they'll, like, PK Hex their ruined Pokemon or whatever. Or their female Indeedee with Trick Room. And it's, like, really annoying. For sure, because there are, like, certain things where, like, if I'm a legitimate player, I got a software set for IVs for this Pokemon. But, like, I'm also in the camp of, like, most people that cheat in this game have to also be good at the game. Like, you can't just, like, even if, like, they saved all this time building their team, they still have to beat me in a battle. And I've been playing Pokemon long enough where I'm like, I have fun just playing it. Like, I'm okay with, like the whole, like, think about, like, trying to be a legitimate shiny hunter in a world where literally there's, like, so many YouTubers that put out content that are all about just giving out free shinies. Like, 6 IV shiny, like, you know what I mean? Like, things that are so hard to come across, and people just willingly put these in their games and their systems, and it's like, it's just so frequent, yo. So it's like, it's honorable. Like, you have to live by your own rules in this game, you know? You can't, like, play the game how you want to, but personally, like, I'm not gonna let someone else, like, how someone else plays the game affect how I play. You know, like, there's been times where I've done Union Circle and people brought out, like, Pokemon that aren't even in the game yet, and I was really upset about that, you know? But I didn't really even make it clear to them, because, you know, other streamers, that's what they do. They go live and they're like, let's bring out our like, Hisuian Pokemon and stuff on stream and hang out on my land or whatever. And I was, like, really upset about it, because people are bringing in, like, hacked, like, shiny iron, like, leaves and stuff like that. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, these people just, that's how a lot of people play these games. You know, they're not just, like, they don't care that much. And, like, shinies are, like, you have to understand, like, I'm not trying to, like, justify, like, cheating. I'm just saying that, like, it legitimately, it doesn't affect us if we're just trying to play the game a certain way. You know? Yo, you got a shiny Deerling PhD on your Nuzlocke? That's crazy. Do I want a shiny Deerling? Are you serious? Well, that's what I'm saying, like, it's complicated, you know, like, it's a game. It's a video game at the end of the day. Like, let's be honest, it's a video game. But, like, the way I like to play it, I don't want genned or hacked Pokemon. That's my personal preference. Like, the other day, for example, someone traded me, like, someone in my chat, like, I traded them one of my legitimate shiny Pokemon I caught in this game for a shiny Fluttermane, and they sent it to me, and it was a timid nature, and it had 6 perfect IVs. I was like, bro, this is so clearly not a real Pokemon. Like, what the? I transferred it, like, right on stream, like, right after I got it. I'm like, bro, who, like, do you know how rare it is to find a perfect IV Paradox Pokemon in the wild? Let alone it's shiny and it's timid nature. I'm like, bro, you are, like, you're not doing me a favor, man. Like, I don't get it. But, you know, it's just, like, my personal preference. But, like, I also have people that watch my stream that are, like, they don't care about that stuff at all, yo. They just want to collect stuff and, like, probably go do something else aside play Pokemon, like, every day for hours on end. Like, I'm a huge nerd. Like, I don't mind putting in the hours for my hunts, because that's part of, like, the ritualistic thing for me. Like, it's just how I've always played Pokemon, you know? Like, as a kid, I've always played it like this. And as the years gone on, it's just become even easier. Like, I've never tried to do a shiny living dex in a game, but it's so easy to shiny hunt in this game, it's like, why not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a battler for sure. It's like, this is definitely like the most shiny hunting I've done in a game. It's been really fun. I've really loved it, honestly. Yeah, someone traded me a Froakie too and I transferred that. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to say is like, it's whatever. I don't care, like, if you want to have 6 IV shinies that like clearly are hacked, that's totally you. You're gonna be fine, yo. Like, no one's gonna get banned for having these Pokemon. Like, if you go online with a Hisuian Pokemon that's not in the game yet, yeah, you probably risk having your account banned. But like, I'm just saying, like, most people, like, there's a lot of fear-mongering in Pokemon communities. Like, I've, like, had so many Pokemon that were clearly hacked in Pokemon Home that just, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never gotten in trouble for just having them until, you know what I mean? Like, you just get rid of them. Like, I have, like, this shiny Mew, for example, that I've been debating on stream forever. Like, is this a legitimate Mew? It can't be. There's no way it can be. Because there's no shiny Mews that were distributed, except for, I think, like, one mystery gift. And it's like, I don't know, my game's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like I held on to it for, like, sentimental reasons, because I don't even remember where it came from. But, like, now that I have a legitimate shiny Mew from Pokemon Go, it's like, you know, just transfer that shit. I don't know, like, personally, it's, like, tough. But, you know, it's pretty, a lot of things are just so, it's like, you can't really have a true authentic checker in this game, but there's, like, definitely ways to tell. Like I said, if you find a Paradox, if someone gives you a Paradox shiny and it has perfect IVs, if anyone gives you a perfect IV Pokemon in this game, it's more than likely hacked. Yeah, that's probably sus too. Like, honestly, like, people do it all the time. Like people do giveaways just to get clout on the internet. Like, they just do it to get views on their streams and, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just kids that come in and they want all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter at all. Like, I'm an adult, like, of course I'm gonna care a little bit more about my collection in this game. But, like, I also don't judge these kids and shit for, like, wanting to do that. Like, it's just, like, it is what it is, you know? It works, it's... The kids are getting what they want out of it, or adults too, who really knows? Yeah, I mean, the ones that have, like, terrible names, yeah, that sucks. But Addy, yeah, if you're down to give me another boost, that'd be sick. I think my sandwich ends here soon. I might switch over to the Fortress, to be honest. Yeah, you know, the battling, it's interesting. Like, I enjoy battling. I like this generation a lot, personally. Like, but you shouldn't let it get you down, bud. Like, honestly, like, I get crushed on stream sometimes, and it's, like, hard. Not only because, like, you know, I'm doing it on stream. And, like, you know, there's, like, some sort of, like, sentiment to, like, want to always win and do good. But the reality is, you can actually learn a lot from the losses. And losing is a part of getting good in any aspect of life. I think it's, like, important to understand that, like, losing is actually not a negative thing. Like, failure is not bad. It's all about what you do next that matters. In fact, like, everyone will experience failure and loss, right? That doesn't define you, it's about, like, what you do next. And that could just extend over past anything in your life. I always try to look at failure as just, like, a point of, like, how I can improve myself or learn from it. And in a lot of ways, it's a blessing in disguise to kind of view these things that way. You don't want the shiny PhD for real? Yeah, the Mew from Let's Go wasn't shiny for sure. Yeah, unless you breed, that's a good point, Chimchar. That's a great point. You can, but, like, trading it for free, I don't know. It's, like, hard to believe that someone would give you, like, a perfect IV shiny for free. I think, like, a part of Pokemon, what's so fun about it, is that you can actually be very creative about how you battle in the game. Like, obviously there's, like, a centralized meta. It's not, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's, like, centralized, but there's definitely, like, good Pokemon, bad Pokemon. But I think this generation's been really cool because Like, I was running a Masquerain team on ladder the other day on stream. Masquerain. I've never used Masquerain competitively, and it actually, I was getting W's. I mean, I lost a lot too, but I would have never run Masquerain. And this person built a team, and I used the rental code, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was like, wow, I can't believe someone built a team with Masquerain in Regulation C, and it actually, like, worked. It was goofy, but very creative, you know? That's what I've loved about the gen. Alright, PhD, if you really want to give me the shiny, if you want to give it to me, like, I'll take it from you in like 3 minutes. If someone else wants it in the stream, you can totally have it. I know PhD is good for it, he's not like a cheater. But if you want to give it to me and you want to wait, then that's chill. I'll do it in 3 minutes. Sorry, I just got a little distracted, bro. But anyone else in the stream, like, honestly, like, if you want it, and you're more than welcome to take it. I think that's really cool that you're just giving it out to people. I didn't mean to get all complicated about the whole, like, shiny legitimacy thing. Like, I personally just feel like these are things that, like, you just kind of moderate in your own collection. Like, it's okay to have these Pokemon in your collection, I feel like, for the most part. I don't think your account's gonna get banned if you have like a Pokemon like what is it, like Machamps.com shiny or something. Like, I think you'll be fine. You could probably use that forever. But like, yeah, it's just like personal preference. You know, like, I'm not a big fan of, like, I try to just do the optimal hunt that does not require, what I consider cheating is just, you know, straight up genning a Pokemon, trading with a Sysbot, or having custom firmware on your console. Essentially, like, editing your save data. Like, that's the only way I think something is cheating. But that's just my personal opinion. And I'll leave it at that. And I do enjoy the conversation, but I also don't want to, like... I'm a very ranty guy. Like, I could sit here forever and just talk about the same thing. I could talk circles for hours, but I don't think that'd be good for us mentally. I think we're better off just moving on. Yeah, exactly. So, Shion, there are ways you can actually optimize the shiny hunt. I think if you complete the perfect research for a certain species, you actually get a higher roll on the shiny. It's been a minute. Yeah, you can... Dude, bad. You can totally post that link to Austin John Plays, bro. I really appreciate you, like, helping him out there, because that's such a good guide, to be honest. Like, the idea is, there's no real chain method in this regard. It's just that, like, the way you knock out the spawns, like, say there's 8 Pokemon in the first wave, depending on how you knock out those 8 Pokemon, you create unique spawns. So if you knock them all out, that'll be like one variation of spawns you could have got through that outbreak. So then you just suffer set, and then you do like catch 4, knockout 4 in the same battle, and then that will be all completely new spawns. The way people figured this out was just by catching Pokemon, checking their nature and such, to see if they were different Pokemon they were catching each time. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for helping out. Alright, I don't know, like, honestly, PhD, if you really want to trade it to me, I'll take your shiny Deerling. 4420 will be the code if you want to do the trade. I appreciate people tuning in today. I hope everyone's doing well. We got 1 shiny out of that sandwich. Let me see if it got it. I didn't even check to see if it got a mark. Alright, that's fine. Do you want a shiny for it, or do you want just... You just don't want any shinies? I'm using this for keeping track of your combinations. Yeah, is that the Excel spreadsheet? That's extremely helpful. I only did 1 hunt. I almost want to play Legends Arceus. You're like making me want to play. We've been talking about it. Like, that was the whole reason we're talking about RNG manipulation. I feel like the RNG manipulation, it's like even hard to really say it's like, it is RNG manipulation, I guess, but it's not like the same. It is, but it's, I don't know. I love that game, yo. I kind of want to play. No, I want to hunt Fortress. Alright, bro. 4420. I'll go on. I'll trade with you. Ada, if you're still around, are you down to do a either bug or steal? Because I want to hunt Fortress and Pineco. Actually, bug will probably be better because then I can hunt the Pineco as well. No problem. Alright, 4420 for the code PHG. Dang, you're giving me a shiny, that's crazy. You know, I've been retroactively like cleaning out even like my home inventory in general. Like Pokemon, like I've been trying to keep my collection as legitimate as possible. I don't know, it's just like a personal goal of mine. Like there are like so many trades I've done over the years, but for the most part, I've like cleared out anything I thought that was like obviously hacked Pokemon. Like I even bought the research for Shiny Jirachi in Pokemon Go, just purely so I could have a Shiny Jirachi that I can send to home as a legitimate Shiny Jirachi. I mean, it's like, it's not necessarily like, it's like hard to say. Like again, like some people don't consider Pokemon Go shinies real, but me on the other hand, I'd be sending mine to home as much as I can. Oh yeah, let me actually hit search. That would make sense. Alright, 4420 is the code. I should probably grab the rest of my coffee here soon. Alrighty. Sounds good. 4, 4, 2, oh, oh. Let me try again. Will it work? Okay. It's kind of crazy though, because I've never caught the deerling yet. I guess I'll give you the Cyclizar. Wow. Wait, not mine. Wait, that's what it looks like. Wow, that I've never seen this in game. It's still burned. Wow, that's crazy that you just gave me this. I appreciate that. That's nice. I'm pretty sure you just get one of these and it can change its seasonal form, right? Yo, thanks, PHG. That's really nice of you. Alright, there we go. Oh my. Ender sent me the deerling. Thanks, bro. See, imagine if that was like perfect. See, if that was like a perfect IV deerling, it would be kind of obvious. I mean, you can like fake it. Like that's the thing. Like, there's some shinies that could look real and they are still fake. But at that point, it's like, it's probably not worth overthinking it. I don't think this is fake at all. Like based on PHG being in the stream multiple times. But dang, thank you for that. That was like so random, but nice. I'll name it after you, actually. We'll name it PHG. Oops, I accidentally switched out another shiny for that. Let's go. PHG. Even though it's a throwaway shiny on your end, we'll always remember you. Let me throw this back over here. Yeah, I've caught a decent amount of shinies in here, but honestly, I'm still working my way up. I need to do a checklist of what shinies I've actually obtained so far in game. That's for sure. The only Paradox one I need is Sandy Shocks. These are all extras in this. I guess technically I'd be down to trade an Iron Thorns shiny for an Sandy Shock shiny. A legitimate one, please, not one that's hacked. I have actually some that have marks on them too. Like this Sandy Gas has a mark on it, it's extra. This Tauros is extra. I mean, I guess I could breed for the... Wait, why did it turn to a Meryl there for a second? That was weird. Do you want to trade Iron Thorns shiny for the Sandy Shocks? Because I remember you caught one a bit ago. Alright, let me remember where the fortress spawn. Isn't it like up here or something? Or I guess I'll just look on the map. Wait, that's where the dex is. I hate this. I always get so confused. North of Castle Royal Lake. Oh wait, yeah. It's over this area. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to hunt Fortress in Pineco. I guess I'll trade with Chimchar real quick, and then if you're down, add it to give me a bug boost. That'd be sick. Oh yeah, look. Literally, there's a fortress right here. I appreciate you. Yo, yeah, I hope I get a shiny. I'll actually build one. Ooh, I guess I could get Formantis or Spidops or something too. What would be better? I guess Steel would make it so it's definitely going to be Fortress. Yeah, maybe Steel is better. Like, I guess it'd be cool to hunt Pineco, but does Pineco even spawn up here? Or is it just Fortress? The code will be 4420 Chimchar. Yeah, maybe Steel would be better. Alright, let me go to the trade screen real quick. Yeah, I think I should do Steel. Like, I don't mind getting some of those bugs, but I definitely just want a fortress. What I'll do, I'll probably try to build a team for the ladder with fortress on it. Like a spicy team that people can use for VGC. Like the doubles battle, the ranked doubles or whatever. And I'll build it around this fortress that I catch. I legitimately want to build a team with fortress. I just feel like it's kind of interesting. Like, I was playing on Showdown, and I mean, like, it's all about how you build around it, but there's certain matchups where they cannot remove it. Like, it's just like... I think I was running Water Terra on it. You think it's in Violet? That's fine. Yeah, maybe... just let me know. Let's see... I might grab the rest of my coffee real quick, and then we can... I'm sure they'll give Chimchar enough time to grab his copy of his game and such. Yeah, I'm gonna real quick. Let me just grab the rest of my coffee. Thank you all for... Do I want to fight? Yeah. I'm down. Well, if you want to have a fun battle real quick. You caught me at a weird time. Yeah, I mean, it's a little complex, but it's also like, you don't have to play it like that either. Like, you could kind of just, like, I don't always do that. Like, for me, a lot of times in Pokemon Legends Arceus, I just like, wait, I don't go in this screen, what am I doing? I like just kind of like flying around the map and seeing what I find. Or hearing what I find, you know, like shiny wise. I don't even, like, I just have no expectations, and I just like glide around, and that's a fun way to get shinies in that game, to be honest. All right, I'm done. Let's do 4420 for double battle. Yeah, that's totally fine, Chimchar, bro. Oh my gosh. You know what we need to do here? Not today, but I need to do a stream where we do multi-battles with the stream. 4420 for double battle. We should totally do multi-battles on a stream dedicated to it. And we'll do it as like a free-for-all. Instead of like team battle, we'll do it so you have to like be the last one standing on the field. So you have to kind of target your own partner as well. That would be actually kind of interesting. Yeah, I understand Xiaomax. I got a headache, honestly, talking about RNG manipulation and defending it. I personally stand by it, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You don't need to hunt every Pokemon like that, but yeah, if you really want something, like I wanted a shiny Alpha Heracross. I went through a lot of trouble for that. Alright, I'm just gonna run something. I'll run this rental team. Good luck, have fun. Ooh, wait, I forgot to put the... rules in! This will actually be kind of interesting, because I completely did not put... Well... This will be very unique. Alright. This is not what I meant to do, but okay, let's just play it out. You're looking for Heracross and Lucario, very cool. Lucario would be a sick one to get. But yeah, I love Heracross shiny. I love bug Pokemon. Purple is one of my favorite colors as well. Red, purple, those are probably my two favorite shiny types, like colors in the game. Typically. Like I like Gyarados. I mean, who doesn't? Alright, good luck, have fun. We're gonna do this real quick. Oh wow. This is spicy. It's a very spicy set. That's probably not the best call, but we'll see. We do have rain up. You're hunting Drifloon and Wurmple right now. Yo, very cool. Good luck. Wurmple should be... Those both are pretty easy to see too. But again, in Legends Arceus, you won't miss them if they spawn in. Ooh, that was a good call. Yeah, I love Drifloon. It's a beautiful shiny. Scary. The levels are all messed up too. Alright, thanks again for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great day. Oh, the aerial ace hurts. Ooh. Alright. You want a shiny Drifloon? I just like the lore behind that Pokemon. It's a very fascinating one. Alright. We're just gonna make it rain here. I swear, this Pokemon is straight up just like a celebration of how much money the Pokemon Company has accrued over the 25 years they've been around. It's literally a coin Pokemon that has a move called Make It Rain, and they made it like really strong. The power of money, my friends. The power of money and influence. Straight up, Pokemon could probably become like a straight up like They could take over the world. They could probably just like convince us that like our government was evil somehow. And we'd all like believe it, and we'd all like unify under like Arceus. The New World Order. I feel like some Star Wars shit. But with Pokemon. Yeah, this dolphin definitely is based off Superman for sure. It's like the idea of Clark Kent leaving and turning into Superman. That's like the whole point of this Pokemon. Alright. It's like a paladin, a play on it. But like the actual like ability 0 to hero is based on. There's actually a lot of lore behind why this Pokemon is what it is. Like there's like multiple influences. Like the Superman thing is an influence, the paladin thing is a little bit of an influence, but also there's like actual lore behind dolphins. I don't know exactly verbatim like what it is, but apparently there's like some like dolphin. I forget where the lore is at. It's like maybe it's like some islander or like Asian like kind of country. I don't remember. But maybe it is in Spain. But there's like some lore or folklore about a dolphin that like is like a like really into like it's like smooches on the women or something. Like it like is a I don't want to say maybe it's like a womanizer is probably it actually is. It like literally is aggressively toward it's like very aggressive like sexually towards women or something like apparently like in the lore of this dolphin. And that's what this is loosely based on too. Like I'm not even kidding. It's actually insane. I didn't know anything about this prior. Like it brought attention to this little folklore. I forget where it is. It's not Hercules. No, it's like legitimately a dolphin. Like it's like something that's based on a dolphin. Like I'm not even no cap, I'm not even lying. Well, let me look this up actually. I'm not talking about Hercules. One. One. Palafin origins. Not paladin origins. Oh yeah, here it is. Let me read this. The mythological origins of one of the most bizarre new water type Pokemon. Encanto. Wait, no, never mind. It says in South American folklore, Encantado or Boto Encantado, enchanted dolphin, is an Amazon River dolphin with supernatural powers and utopian underwater a utopian underwater realm known as the Encante to call home. When the sun goes down, there's a possibility that the Encantado will leave the Encante to assume its form of a handsome young man. Oh, okay, that's what it does. It changed into human form. That's what it does. Sorry, I was like confused for a second. Okay, maybe my description wasn't entirely wrong. But it pretty much changes form into a human at night. I mean, maybe there's more to it here that's like makes it more bizarre. But yeah. It's like some like mythical folklore. Yeah, I'm down the trade right after this battle. Well, yeah, dolphins actually, it's been proven that they actually like kill when they mate too. Like they'll be so aggressive that they actually like, they'll like gang up on women and like straight up like murder them just from like how aggressive they are. It's like actually insane how like violent dolphins really are. Yeah, sounds good. Sorry, my whole like I said, I wasn't gonna be correct recalling what I read about this dolphin thing. But yeah, in the folklore, he changes into like at night these like magical dolphin turn into human form, and that's like the whole point, I guess. A violent dolphin is an orca. No, dolphins legitimately are like violent. Orcas for sure. Like, I think dolphins and orcas... Maybe I'm not sure if it's necessarily like they'll kill for fun. Maybe it's one or the other. I can't remember actually. But I do remember like orcas, for example, only kill certain types of shark. Or no, or maybe it's certain types of shark for like their liver and certain types of like whales or something for their tongue. Like they'll leave the rest of the carcass there and they only kill these creatures for that specific thing. It's like insane. I'm like, whoa. Water, like the water, yo, is scary. GG's, by the way, PhD. Thanks for the battle, bro. Alright, let me do that trade. 4420, 4420, Chimchar, bro. Thanks for tuning into the stream today. Hope everyone's doing well. Remember Flipper? Do you remember that game Echo on the Sega Genesis? Did you already mention that, actually? Yeah. It's kind of like messed up. You played Echo? Alright, so am I giving you the Iron Thorns? Right? Shiny Iron Thorns for shiny Sandy Shocks. Alright, sick. Yo, that's really cool. I did pretty good at it, but couldn't figure out one level and ended up quitting. I don't even remember, like, a lot of those games back in the day when we grew up, they were like really difficult. Like the original, like, Lion King game that came out on the SNES and Genesis, that game was so cryptic and hard to play. Like, gaming was just so much different then. Like, the games couldn't be patched. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't update the game if it was released, glitched, or messed up. Awesome, thank you, Ada. ICO? Wait, what's that game? I don't even think I've ever played that one. I don't know. Yo, Ada, real quick, I'm gonna join, but I'm gonna go fill up. I'm gonna take the rest of the coffee out of my coffee pot and put it into my cup. Thanks for, again, I really appreciate everyone hanging out today. It's been a lot of fun, like, honestly the time's flown by. Got a little chatty about stuff, you know? Always enjoy a conversation with everyone here. But let me go grab the rest of my coffee real quick. Be right back, 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I had to heat it up. Yeah, I'm gonna build a team with Fortress, with this shiny. Try to, at least. Whoa! I don't even think I've seen that ball before. Really appreciate this. From software, I always say they drew inspiration from Eco to make Dark Souls. I've never played that game. That sounds really cool. I'll have to look into it. Alright. Thanks again, Ada. Let's get this potential shiny fortress. Very nice. Okay. It'd be kind of crazy if I brought a Fortress team to Portland. But I honestly... I feel like it's like... not terrible. Like in a format where you're almost guaranteed to see like a Flutter main, it's like good to have a way to just remove it with ease. I mean, Scissor's pretty dang good for the same role. But it's like you could just build a Fortress to be bulky and take moves. Plus its ability. You could either run Sturdy, so you're never going to be able to... like, Tingaloo could never use Fissure on you if you run that ability. Or you could just run Overcoat, which I was saying you can't be put to sleep with Spore or Redirector with Rage Powder. It's pretty good ability, honestly. Thank you so much, Ada. Sounds good. Veneer, welcome to the stream. Carter, welcome back. We just started hunting for Shiny Fortress. Holy smokes, look how many spawn. This is such a good area then. I want to build a team around Fortress for VGC and do some battles on stream at some point this week. So we're gonna catch a shiny. Because why not? Because it's a golden idea, right? Hey, hello, welcome. Good to have you here. My weekend was pretty good. My girlfriend is finally back to work and healthy again. She was not feeling too good. I was taking care of her for the most part, but everything's all good now. Excited for another week. You and oh wait, could it self-destruct on me? Oh my gosh, I wasn't even thinking about this. This thing might legitimately explode, right? Well, hopefully you and Fortress can work it out at some point. I would hate to see you and Fortress just go on like this. Oh my gosh, yeah, this might be a nightmare. We're gonna have to definitely save in front of it when we find one. Because it might actually be able to just kill itself. Straight up like Sekipuu in front of me. It doesn't want to be caught, you know? It's like, nah dude. Not me. I ain't going with you. You can't force me. I'm a grown adult. I have my own willpower and choices. Which shiny did you get last night? Hello? Damp Bully Bolt. Actually, that's a good point. What else? What other Pokemon learn Damp in this game? I might have one. I'll have to look. You got Eevee, yo, congratulations, that's awesome. Do you know what you're gonna do with your Eevee yet? Are you gonna evolve it into something, or are you gonna keep it as an Eevee? Alright, so I'm just kind of... We want to get a shiny fortress, that's what we're doing. Because I want to build a team around fortress for fun. A little spicy ladder team that might actually be... Like, it's going to be spicy, but it's going to be good spicy. Like, you could actually run this team and get wins. But I want to use a shiny. That's just how I roll. Like, a lot of my teams now are just, like, almost full shiny. This is the most shiny hunting I've ever done in a game. And this is a Pokemon where, I guess technically, we'd want 0 speed IVs to optimize Gyro Ball. So I guess, like, I might still breed for it, to be honest. We'll see. We'll try to get some shiny ones at least and see what their IVs are. I mean, there's always a chance we get one with bad speed IVs. And if I calc it and it still just one-shots Flutterman, then I'll be like, whatever, who cares? You're gonna keep it Eevee? That's a good decision, I'd say. You know, you can always, like, evolve one if you get another one down the line. I think you're right, Quagsire does. You know what? I didn't even breed for a regular Is it Jotonian Quagsire? Or Jotonian Wooper? I've never even done that yet in this game. So I don't even have the regular one. Because it wasn't important to have it. But I'll look at some point. I am kind of intrigued. I almost want to watch a shiny blow up on my face, but... You know, I'm a risk taker. At least we know we do have options. I mean, there is, like... Obviously, if we just bring a Pokemon Thamp, it can't explode. I remember that was like a big strategy back in Generation 4 on the DS. Whenever online battling first became a thing. Like, I remember Metagross used to just explode. Like, they used to run Explosion on Metagross, and people would run Damp Swampert just so they couldn't do it. Like, you would run it just to hard wall the Metagross entirely. Because it was that common of a strategy. It was like Bronzong, I think. It would run Explosion. Same with like Metagross. And like imagine getting hit by an Explosion. I don't even know if Metagross can it still learn Explosion? I don't even know. But it used to be able to use it if it doesn't learn it anymore. I feel like it probably still can learn it, but no one just runs it. Is your username dumb? I don't think so. It's fine. You just gotta like enjoy yourself, you know, for the most part. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll just like throw Pokeballs at it. Like maybe I'll just try a Quick Ball. And I won't care too much about its ball I catch it in. Since we might not have the leisure. You named it Snowball for your Eevee? That's a great name for Eevee. You just got Shiny Scyther? Oh! Shiny Fortress! Here it is. Hold on. Maybe I will bring a damp Pokemon. Let me see if I have a Belly Bolt. Sorry, I like screamed. We're all getting shinies right now. I know my raid one probably doesn't have the right ability. Come on, be damp. Do I have to give this thing an ability patch for it to have that, though? That's the one thing. Look, it's legitimately just sitting here staring at me. Let me type in Belly Bolt real quick. Yo, this is a great place to get Shiny Fortress, though. Let me see what ability it is. Or damped. It is a hidden ability. That's so annoying. Hold on, let me see what else has damp. In this generation. Golduck, actually. Let me find a Golduck real quick. Oh wait, there's one right here. Oops, I meant to hit Y there. What level are these? Maybe I should level. I'm gonna level this gold up. 666. I don't. Why do I should probably use these candies. All right, whatever. I'm gonna change its ability to damp, and we're just gonna try to catch it. Probably just have to switch it over with a regular capsule. Perfect. Now let me make sure I actually have anything, like something I can hit with. I could use Hypnosis also, so that's kind of good. Alright, we'll do this. We should be solid. So now it can't explode. I'll go for a Water Pulse, see how much it does. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh, I need to put it to sleep. Please. Oh no, this is not good. Oh no. Okay. It uses Iron Defense. Please connect. Alright, thank you. That was a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, granted I could have just sought for set, but we would have lost our boost. Alright, now what? I mean, Luxury Ball just seems perfect for Fortress, doesn't it? I mean, it's gold. Come on. Yes! I caught it. Yo, I caught it on the first ball. Perfect. I mean, the sleep increases our chance of catching it too. Alright, we got very lucky that the double edge didn't kill itself. Let's see if it has a mark. Yo! I don't know if you can see. It has a cloudy mark. Yo, that's sick. Fortress the Cloud Watcher? That's a pretty sick name, actually. Well, let me check its IVs real quick. That's pretty good speed. I mean, I'm still gonna hunt for more. We'll put this in our box. I'm gonna hunt more Fortress here. See if I find, by chance, an extra one. Yo, there's my Decidueye shiny, by the way, that I bred. Robin Hoot. I forget how many eggs this took. 900 something, right? Or maybe it was higher than that. I don't remember. Maybe it was like 1200. I can't remember. It was there's a lot of eggs involved for this. Anyways. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm glad I got it though. Here, let's find another one. We have about... Wow, we have like close to 19 minutes left. So we got that relatively fast. Just... This area seems really good to get Fortress. It seems like the only steel type that spawns on these pathways. And I think we're prepped pretty good to catch them. We just have to Hypnosis them. We might not even really hit, like, we should probably just go for the Psychic move, since they can resist the damage, being a Steel type. Just do a little bit of chip damage, and then put it to sleep, so we're not, like, scared about it doing recoil damage. Hey, Twisted Tristan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Appreciate the follow. Yo, that's so lucky. I've had really bad luck with the starters for my Masuda. But I'm still determined to do more. I just finished Rowlet like a couple weeks ago. Like a week or so ago, I feel like. 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Time flies. I don't even remember. It's probably been like 3 weeks. Honestly. Probably 2 weeks. Alright, let's keep looking for more. Because I want to try to find one... Like, if I find another shiny one, even though that one has a mark on it, I'll probably use the one that has lower speed IV for competitive. Unless I just don't get any that are like that good and I'll just breed a regular one with no speed. Because we want to run Gyro Ball on it, I feel like. Since it is already such a slow Pokemon, if we run a negative speed nature on it, plus run like 0 speed IVs, it will make Gyro Ball even stronger. And for Pokemon like Fluttermane that are typically fairy type, it's gonna like really, it will be one shot pretty much. Well, I imagine the Fluttermane will probably Terra into like a water type. I feel like that's a type I've been seeing a lot used recently for defensive typing. Steel or like water. Hey, I mean, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's not a contest. As long as you're like enjoying yourself and, you know, like I'm willing to hunt because I have a goal for this game. But it definitely, I mean, having 20 shinies and you're just enjoying yourself through the game, that's sick, personally. I didn't find any shinies until after I got the shiny charm in my very first hunt. It could seem like the odds are a lot higher, but I feel like because of the way, you know... I don't know, I thought like, whenever it first came out, I'm like, oh, I'm bound to find a shiny on my playthrough. But it is still pretty rare. Like, I think it's just because there's so many people, like, you see the vocal minority on the internet. Like, when someone gets a shiny early game and it goes viral, it's like, that's one person out of, like, how many people? You know what I mean? Realistically. And when you see it happen multiple times, it can seem like, oh yeah, it's like, I'm definitely gonna get one. But you actually have to work for it still. You either have to consciously just like keep running around despawning and spawning in things, or again, just get really lucky. Rip your 6-year-old Blaziken. What was my first Scarlet Violet shiny? It was Iron Bundle. I actually did a sandwich hunt for it post game when I got my shiny charm. I got myself Iron Bundle, which I still have. I named it Paintless. Like, I felt like I had to hunt one of the, like, since I didn't find any full odds or whatever, I felt like a Paradox one was a pretty good one to hunt. But at the time, even when I did that hunt, it wasn't the platform trick that everyone does now. Like, that's how I got most of my Paradox shinies after the fact. But I was just running around Area 0, you know, because it was so early in the game still, it wasn't really known the most optimal ways to, like, hunt for Paradox shinies and such. But yeah, that was my very first one. What about everyone else? Like, I saw Hello came in earlier and said their very first shiny is Eevee, which is really cool. The Eevee named Snowball. You got them before the show. See, that's really cool. I think that's a fun, like, I think that's like a really cool experience to have in the game. Like, I kind of like that they've made shiny hunting a lot faster in these gens than, like, the DS era and such. It's just more exciting to, like, experience a shiny. Like, not everyone really gets to experience that, but I feel like even a casual player can have that, like, satisfaction of doing a shiny hunt in these games, and, you know, it's just cool. Like I said, like, this is the most shiny hunting I've done in one particular game. Like, I've done shiny hunting in lots of games, like, on the Switch, but even Sword and Shield, I mainly focused on competitive play. Like, I didn't really shiny hunt often. I found this, I don't know, something about this generation, even though it feels like they nerfed shiny hunting, it feels like more fun. But again, you're talking to someone that's like put so many hours into it at this point where like I just look at like multiple boxes of shinies. And I can just remember like where each one was caught and like what I was doing, which is like the cool thing about it too. For the most part. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are just like not that memorable, like there's Combi. I mean, I can assume they're all from the same area. Yeah, Masuda Hunt's a little brutal, I'd say, yeah. Your first ever shiny was your first in Pokemon Violet. Oh, really? That's sick. You got the Rookidee? That's a great one to find. I love Corviknight. Like, the shiny is not, like, the best for Corviknight, but, like, Rookidee shiny is sick. I love Corviknight as a Pokemon. Super cool Pokemon overall. It's actually really good in VGC right now. It's definitely like a sleeper pick. Steel, flying type, ability to like set up defenses, heal with Roost. You even can use body. I'm pretty sure it gets access to body press. You can go for Tailwind with it, which is also super good for support on your team. I've even seen like this one team that did good in a tournament where they ran a choice band, fully offensive Corviknight with just like Brave Bird, Iron Head. What was the move? I think it was like Terra Fire, so it had Terra Blast on it, and then I want to say it gets access to U-turn, but I cannot remember. If it has U-turn, then it probably had U-turn as the fourth move. But yeah, it's like pretty cool. Because you don't really see it that often, and it probably like, not a lot of people were prepared probably for like a fully offensive Corviknight. Yeah, the middle stage. What's my favorite Pokemon? I love Snorlax. It's like the Pokemon that pretty much got me into Pokemon as a kid. I got sent a VHS advertising Pokemon Blue coming to the US when I was a kid. And they were like advertising the anime also at the same time with this video. Some of you who were alive back then might know what I'm talking about. If you like, I don't know. Like they used to send like promotional things in VHS form. And I have this tape of like Pokemon. I'm sure you could find the commercial on YouTube. But like it showed Snorlax in it, and I was like, I didn't even know what it was. Like you have to understand, like this is before Pokemon. Like this is the very first like time Pokemon came to the to the West, excuse me. And it was just like, as a kid, I would looked at this and I was like, what is this thing? I just love it. And I remember my mom took me to the Toys R Us when the game came out. I didn't even own a Game Boy, but we went to buy the game because my neighbor had a Game Boy and they would let me play on it. So we went and bought the game, and when I saw the option between picking red or blue, I just picked blue because I remembered that the Pokemon was bluish or whatever, and I'm like, maybe that's like, because I remember in the video they talked about how there was like version exclusive Pokemon to each game, and I was like, oh, maybe this Snorlax is only in the blue game. And whenever they when they used to do, I don't know if they do this anymore, like they used to have like ticket system at Toys R Us. Is Toys R Us even a thing anymore, actually? I think they went bankrupt. like I can't remember. But they used to have like these tickets you would pull out and then you'd go to the front and pay, and then there was like a kiosk by the exit where you picked up your game. So the guy who was helping us pulled out the blue little like fill-in box, and on the back there's like a picture of Snorlax. But little did I know it was like on the red version too, but that was like all I needed to see to know that like I was picking Pokemon Blue as my game. And the rest is history. Torchic is cool. Greninja's a cool one also. Yeah, the old games are cool, yo. I mean, like, you know, that's the thing. Like, I always wonder what it's like being like a part of the younger generation. And, you know, maybe your first Pokemon game is Scarlet or Violet or one of the Switch games. Like, it has to be very interesting to look. I don't know. I just wonder what it's like to, because I played Pokemon Blue when it came out. You know what I mean? Like, I have experienced every Pokemon game as they came out, like every generation. I played them as they came out and like enjoyed them while they were like the active popular title. So like for me it's like nostalgic to go back and play like one of those games, but like for someone to play it the first time, it's like, is it like, what is it like? Like I have no idea. It's like interesting to think about, honestly. It's like fascinating to think about. Like that right there could be like interesting content, like someone who just plays Pokemon Blue or Yellow for the very first time. You know, it's like raw expressions like of their playthrough. Like they don't know what to expect. They're not spoiled by anything, and they're just like playing it. Because I mean, they are flawed. Like they're absolutely flawed games, but they were like the basis of what. Like whenever those games were developed, like you have the fact that they were made on a Game Boy is insane. Like to be honest, like the limitations of the hardware, they were able to portray 3D depth with a battle screen with 2D sprites. Like that's crazy. Personally, I just find like it's like cool to nerd out about, honestly, like just a part of history. Yeah, I think Toys R Us is like gone. Omega Ruby, that's really cool. That's a great game. I like, those are good remakes. You looked up the old adverts on YouTube? You got to play on a PS1 last week for the first time. That's crazy. I remember I played the original Final Fantasy VII and beat it on a PS. I played it on PS2, but it was the original. Like, it was backwards compatible. Like, I legitimately played through that game. I haven't played the remake yet, but, like, I love, like... I'm a big fan of RPGs, honestly. Like, I like Final Fantasy as a franchise. Yeah. Yo, actually, my very first Zelda game was actually Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. That's a really good game. Like, legitimately a really good Game Boy game. They made a remake on the Switch. I never played it, but I remember beating that. That was one of the first, like, Game Boy games I beat as a kid, was Link's Awakening. It's, like, really complicated. Like, it's actually a very interesting game. Aesthetically pleasing, too. A lot of, like, little Easter egg things in the game, too. Like, that have carried... Like, I don't know, it's cool. Link's Awakening is definitely, like, a good Zelda game. I grew up with the N64, so of course I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask as a kid. But, yeah, definitely Link's Awakening. Really good game. Yeah, like, a lot of those older games, like, I mean, the thing is, like, even newer indie, sometimes you see these indie games that come out that are inspired by that era of pixel art and such, and they're just great games. You know, like... It's cool to see, like, it's like just an aesthetic, honestly, at this point. Like, the limitations created, like, a really unique art form. Like, 8-bit music, the way they had to make music with, like, the sounds of, like, these, like, it's, like, crazy. They're just tones. You know what I mean? They couldn't even really make, like, chords. They had to, like, play a note in different tones to, like, kind of fill out the music. It's so fascinating. And it's like, we just listen to that stuff, and it's like, these are bangers, you know? Like, these are good songs. I love, like, the aesthetic of, like retro gaming in general. Especially the Game Boy aesthetic. Like, imagine, like, a new game that's just, like, 100% just like a Game Boy. Looks like the disgusting green color. He played it on the Switch. Very nice. Yeah, the Oracle games on the Game Boy Advance, right? Weren't they gonna bring that to the Switch Online package stuff? Isn't that like one of the like titles that I saw? I have an N64 right behind me, actually. I have a Wii set up currently on my like next to my Switch. Like, I have actually done some N64 streams before. Like, I streamed through the... Oh, yes! Another one. I streamed through all Pokemon Snap, the original one. Yo. Got a second one. Let's go. Alright, so here I'm gonna go for Zen Headbutt, because that was really scary last time. Okay, that doesn't do, like, anything. Yeah. I'll chip it a little bit, and then we'll go for Hypnosis. It's really cool having you all here today and chat me up. I really enjoy talking and nerding out about gaming like this. Like, I love Pokemon. It's definitely like like outside of just, you know, doing my stream and, you know, playing the game and competing in the game. I actually like the career stuff I got into. I would say like Pokemon definitely inspired me to draw a lot when I was a kid. Definitely like watching anime in general when I was growing up. Alright, let's try to use Hypnosis. We're mainly using Golduck because we have the ability Damp, which prevents it from using Explosion or Self-Destruct. I really hope this one has bad speed IVs. Alright, we'll just catch this in the Luxury Ball as well. It's pretty good, like, combo. Alright, it's gonna break out. You have a GameCube, an N64, an NES, a PS1, a PS3, and a Sega Saturn, and Sega Genesis. Yo, that's awesome. You have a Sega Saturn? That's nuts. That's like... Dang, that's old. That was like a very short-lived console. Remember I remember my friend had a Dreamcast back in the day. See, it tried to use Explosion, but it won't work. Thankfully. That was actually clutch. Breath of the Wild is more open world. I do kind of want to play that game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's been on my to-do list for a long, long time. But I always, like, put it off for, like, other stuff. Like, I always hear such good things about it. And I feel like why wouldn't I like it? You know, I like Zelda, I like Link. I mean, I like the prospect of a open world game that's done well, that is relatively well received artistically, the way it looks as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. It's just like a good looking game. Alright. Yeah, a lot of people are excited for it. That's why I feel like I should play it, is like... I'm not gonna really understand what's going on in that game. GG's. I'm happy to get a second one, but I'll be more happy if it has low speed IV. I almost want to keep Hunting Fortress, but... Oh, it has a mark. Uncommon? Okay. They say it's uncommon, but I feel like it's my most common mark I've ever got. Decent. That's actually not shabby. That has the potential to be even like 2 or 3 IVs. You feel very happy talking to a gaming veteran. Yeah, I'm glad that you feel, you know, like you're just hanging out and chilling, you know. I definitely consider myself more like a one-trick pony these days. But like, I've definitely like played a lot of different games in my years. Gaming is just different these days. Ooh, what's going on here? Like, I remember LAN parties playing Halo with my boys, pizza party sleepovers. I was in Boy Scouts and we had like you know, like I had this friend group where we would just like always play Halo. And just like, we'd live at our one friend's house. Like, for real, like, I'd stay there for days on end. And just, like, we'd play Halo and, like, eat pizza. It was great. Nowadays, I don't have that luxury, I guess. I mean, obviously, I'm, like, still sitting here. I find time to enjoy my hobbies. Realistically, you can still find time to enjoy hobbies like this. But yeah, it's cool. How come you have a fast travel point to the ruined Pokemon Shrine? I just opened my game and don't have it. Oh, you have to... I feel like you have to unlock the area first. Or I don't remember how you do it, but... I think you have to talk to the... I think it's not that you have to unlock it. I think you have to actually interact with the shield. I think once you go to the area, and even if you have the chains up, if you like press A on it, I think it unlocks it as a flight path after that. It's been a minute, but I think that's how it works. All your friends play Fortnite. Fortnite is a pretty cool game though. Like, I've played occasionally, I've tried it like more recently over the last couple of years. Like, I've never really played much, but it's actually a pretty fun game, like, when you play with your friends. Like, I'd say, like, that's definitely a game, like, if your friends play and you're playing, you'd have a great time. But I understand, like, maybe you don't want to just play Fortnite, like, hardcore or seriously. Because I don't know if I could play it seriously. I think most of the time when I play it, it's pretty lighthearted. I want to check the IVs on this fortress real quick. I want to find a stat calculator online. I just want to see what the exact IVs are, or what it's like estimated to be speed-wise. Welcome back. Well, let me find an IV calculator. Because decent, I think it ranges from like 2 to 15 IVs. And even though like it might not be 0, like it's obviously not 0. It could potentially still be low enough that Gyro Ball will still be like optimal. Let me do... Oh wait, this is Pokemon Go, what the... I don't want Pokemon Go IV checker. It seems like I have to keep talking to the history teacher to unlock... Oh wait, no, the history teacher. That's right. You have to talk to the history teacher, but I feel like after you talk to her, then you have to go to them. And then it can unlock. I'm thinking that's how it works. Or maybe she just unlocks them. But yeah, that is true. Sorry, it's been so long, I'm not that helpful. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we have fun, but they're toxic when they're... yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes if your friends are like super into it, but you're just kind of playing because you want to hang out with them, it's like... It can be extremely toxic. For sure. Alright, let me type in the nature and characteristic and stats. So it's rash nature, it said. Its characteristic was... It likes to thrash about. Let me see. Okay, it's level 53. Let me find its stats. HP 145. Attack 114, excuse me, 161. For defense. Special attack is 78. 72 special defense, 54 speed. Let's see. Alright, so it thinks it might be 13 or 14 speed. It's not terrible. I mean... That's still like gonna add some damage to Gyro Ball. I feel like it probably... Like the difference will be more, will the Fluttermane Terra to not die. I mean, a lot of times they are just Fairy Terra too. But I'm leaning towards potentially running this fortress on my team. If I run one that's shiny. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it makes sense. Like I didn't even like. I got myself a Galarian Meowth from Ada, but I haven't even done the history stuff yet myself. Like at the academy, like I need to still do that stuff myself. It's just kind of like some of it's kind of boring. One of your favorite games is Legends of Rock Guitar Hero from 2007 to 2008. Oh my gosh, did the Guitar Hero games are like. That'd be kind of cool to like buy. I've never actually owned one of them myself, like the game or the guitar, but my best friend growing up, who was also my other friend's house who I lived at, they pretty much had the whole setup and we would play it all the time at their house. Like the original Guitar Hero thing. But yeah, those are fun, like, classics. It's kind of crazy to think those are just considered retro games at this point. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I just wanted to check the IVs of that fortress. I feel pretty good about our hunt today. We got 2 shiny Clauncher. PHG gave us a Deerling, which was really nice. Hey, Ariana, welcome to stream. Good to see you, Floppy. You got a shiny Oinkologne? That's awesome, yo. Congrats. But we got a Kricketot. We also got 2 Fortress. And the Fortress, I was trying to find one that had bad speed IVs that I might use on a Trick Room team. I mean, to be fair, Fortress is so slow anyways. I mean, this one, it said it had like 14 or 13 for speed, which, I might end up using this one, but I might just end up breeding. But I'm going to head off for now, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you hanging out in the stream. I will be back on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. There is a chance I might be doing a sponsored stream on that day. I'm not entirely sure yet. But thanks for tuning in today. If you liked the content, definitely consider following, subscribing. If you're watching on YouTube, definitely consider liking the stream. It does help my content reach a wider audience here on YouTube. And with that being said, it was a lot of fun chatting today. I had a blast just chatting about all the different topics. And the Sass Squad is getting stronger each and every day. Good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, friends, and good luck on your shiny hunting as well. Peace out. Bye. Where's the outro screen? See ya.